Hello, it's Jasmine, and welcome to your practice. This is a practice ideally done in the morning, but we're building prana or energy in a way that's sustainable. So if you want to do it later in the afternoon, then it should be okay. The reason I say this is we are doing a prana focus class. So prana is vital life force energy that we bring in through our senses from the outside world. So that could look like the food that we eat, bringing in vital energy or energy that's not necessarily supportive. The company we keep, the interactions we have, the media that we consume, anything that comes in through our senses, the 5 pranic gates being our eyes, our ears, what we hear, how we speak, our sense of smell, and our sense of touch. So this class is a pranic building class, working with energy called pran vayu, which is a part of the body, upper back, chest, mid, center of the chest region, where we generate prana. So we'll be doing mostly back bends and lateral, and we'll be working with a breath that focuses on the inhale and building breath in a way that gradually increases breath, adding a few breath retentions with the full intention to bring vital energy into the body. Often when we do big back bends, if the mind is quite busy or unstable or very erratic, then doing big back bends can often blow the mind out. So this is a back bending class, but a very subtle, slow, gentle back bending class with a few extra longer holds and some breath work to keep it challenging and interesting for you. So I hope you enjoy the practice, and I'll see you on the mat. Lying on your back with your feet flat, knees bent. Just taking a moment to arrive to come into your body and notice how you're feeling today. Feel the feet on the ground, where the back body touches the ground. Feel the back of your head, making sure the chin is tucked so there's nice space and length through the back of the neck. And just take a moment to scan the body, the mind, how you're feeling this morning based on what you've been doing the last few days. The company that you've been keeping, activities that you've been doing, whether you've been working a lot, the food that you've been eating, how much sleep you've been getting. Every activity that we do is an opportunity to either generate more prana or to utilize prana. And if there's an imbalance in prana coming in and energy going out, then it's likely that we might feel a little depleted. So this practice is about building prana in a way that's sustainable by keeping the mind calm and focused. So we'll be working with back bends, but not in a way that overstimulates the mind. So just bring your hands now to the sides of the ribs. The breath that we'll be working on today is designed to generate prana. So it'll be inhale focused in the chest. So just start to notice your breath and see if you can feel your hands moving as a result of breathing. Just following the gentle rhythm, the rise and the fall of your breath. Bringing your mind to the center of your chest, to your rib cage region. This is the house of pran vayu, which is the directional movement of prana or energy that's internalizing quality. And bringing prana in through the senses to revitalize the senses. So starting to lengthen your breath, feeling the chest, side ribs expand, collarbones expand. And then as you exhale, initiate the breath from the lower abdomen, so the navel draws in and up a little, gently firming the belly. Relax the belly. Inhale, fill the chest. Exhale, drawing the navel in, keeping the belly firm. And then release the belly, inhale to the chest. Exhale, draw the belly in gently, slowly, to help breath move out in an even, sustainable way. Inhale, fill the chest. And then exhale, this time as you draw the navel in and firm the belly, keep it firm for the inhale. So hold the belly firm and then inhale, expand the chest. Notice how this allows you to access more awareness here in the chest. Do this 2 more times, keeping the belly firm but not tense. It's really just a holding, so there's more focus in the upper part of the spine, chest, ribs. You might not have as much range in your breath, but just use this as an exercise to explore. And then when you've done 1 or 2 more breaths, just relax the belly, bring your focus back to a natural rhythm of your breath. And then go ahead and hug your knees in, just to release the back, and then reach the hands down by the hips, release the feet to the floor, keep the knees bent. As you inhale, rise up with the hips, raise the arms over the head, coming into a bridge pose. Exhale, lower the arms, lower the hips down. Now we're going to extend the inhalation. So rise up with the hips, inhale, arms overhead for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, lower the hips, lower the arms down. Inhale, adding a second. Hips raise up, arms raise up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, lower the hips, lower the arms, keeping the chin tucked. Inhale, raise the hips, raise the arms, adding 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Focus on the chest as you exhale, lower the hips, lower the arms. Keep the mind in the chest, adding, inhale, 2, 3, raise the hips, raise the arms, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause, exhale, lower. And now keep the arms down and just raise the hips up, come into bridge pose. Stay here, either clasp the hands underneath the back. Don't feel like you have to come into a full extension of this pose just yet, as it is the first pose for the class. Make this more about exploring the breath in the upper body. So as you inhale, the chest expands, keep the chin tucked. Play with that firming of the belly as you exhale, holding it for the inhale to really expand and sense breath in the upper part of the body. Do 2 more like that. Slow, smooth, rhythmic breath. Your back bends can get overstimulating sometimes, and really when we approach them with awareness and ease, when our mind is very much in the pose present, it's less likely to be something that will overstimulate.
So lower your hips down on your next exhale. And go ahead and hug the knees in, release the lower back. And then roll over to your front, coming into a kneeling position, all fours with the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees. Adding a little padding under the knees if you need to by folding your mat. And then move your hips back to your heels for child's pose. Bring your awareness to your chest, upper back, shoulders, back of the neck. And just have this sense of the upper body. On your inhale, moving from this part of the body, rise up to all fours. Feel this sense of expanding and lifting here in the chest. And then exhale, move the hips back to the heels for child's pose. Do 3 more like this, inhaling, rise up to all fours, moving from that part of your body, chest lifts. Exhale, move back, hips to heels. 2 more like this. I'll let you do that on your own. So you can really be in the experience of the pose. And then next time you come into the child's pose position, take the knees a little wider. You may need a little height or support under your forehead. So if you've got a block or something to support the forehead, then go ahead and use that. And with the knees a little wider, now start to walk your hands around to your right side, coming into a lateral wide-kneed child's pose. So the left side is extended and the right side's gently compressed. You're going to reach through the left fingertips and sitting back into the left hip to really extend the whole left side of the body. Another way we access prana is by doing lateral poses, because we're extending through the ribs here, chest. So visualize every inhale growing you bigger on your left side. You can just feel the breath moving into the spaces between the intercostal, the ribs, and think of just your left side of your lungs receiving more breath. On your next inhale, walk both hands back to center, pause. Just notice any differences between the left and the right side. You might feel a sense of tingling or a little bit more awareness down the left side. This is an indication that there's a little bit of prana starting to build here. And then walk your hands now around to the left, 3 or 4 paces, till you feel a nice sense of opening through the whole right side of the body. Sitting back into the right hip and reaching a little further through the right fingertips, breathing into the right side of the chest, right lung, spaces between the ribs on the right side. Even thinking of that right upper back expanding, so really using this opportunity to bring prana in. And then come back to center on the next inhalation. Walk the knees a little closer together, press yourself up to an all fours position, and then tuck the toes and move your hips up and back, coming into Ardha Mukha Svanasana or downward facing dog. So pressing through the thumb and the first finger, so it feels like the lower arm is rolling in, and then feel the shoulders roll open. The upper arm is rolling out. Thinking of the shoulders relaxing and the hips moving up and back. So there's this nice line through the spine from the back of the neck to the hips. And then soften your knees so you can really access that. It doesn't matter if your heels don't touch the ground, it's not about that. This pose is really about finding length through the spine. Now breathe into your upper chest. Holding yourself here in stability, steadiness, even if the mind starts to get a little loud here, override it with your awareness. So coming back to that exploration of firming the belly on the exhalation, take 2 more breaths focusing on the chest. So the belly stays firm, so you can really feel what it feels like to breathe into this part of the body. And then relax the belly. Start to walk your feet forward, coming into a forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhalation, slide the hands up, the knees. And then exhale, take the hands to the hips. Use your next inhale to come all the way up to standing, keep the chin tucked. And then just pause here, take a moment to sense, to feel, particularly if you're noticing a little bit more sensation in the upper back, chest region. And then from this position, turn the palms forward. As you inhale, rise your arms up, gently lift the chin without throwing the head back. Exhale, extend the fingers forward, fold from the hips, come into a forward fold, Uttanasana. And then rise up halfway, hands slide up the hips, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, step your left foot back, lower the knee, come into a lunge. And then as you inhale, rise up with your arms. So the legs stay the same, just reaching the arms up and feeling the chest expand here. Gentle lift to the chin without crunching the neck. Exhale as you lower your hands back around the front foot. Step the left foot forward, come into a forward fold. Interlace the hands behind the back. And then release the hands. Inhale, bring the arms back up above the head. Exhale, lower the hands down, come into a forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back, so the left foot stays forward. Lower the right knee, come into a lunge. Inhale, both arms extend up. Lunge, Anjaneyasana, chest lifts, chin lifts. Exhale, release both hands forward. Step your right foot forward, come into a forward fold. Interlace the hands and extend them towards the back of the head. Soft knees. Inhale, release the hands, rise up all the way to standing. One more round. Exhale, fold, come all the way back down to the ground. Forward fold, bend the knees as much as you need to. Halfway lift, inhale, rise up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, left foot steps back, right knee stays forward, left knee drops. Inhale, rise up, both arms extend up. Lift from the back of your heart. Keep the back of the neck soft as you gently lift the chin. Exhale, lower both hands down, step the back foot forward, fold. Arms interlace, let them fall towards the back of the head. And then release the hands, rise up, inhale. Gentle lift to the chin. Last time, exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, lift from the chest, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Step your right foot back, left knee stays forward, and then inhale, arms extend up, lifting from the back of the chest. Exhale, release the hands down around the front foot, step the back foot forward, arms interlace, swing them towards the back of the head, opening across the fronts of the shoulders. Exhale, soften the knees, release the arms, inhale, rise up to standing, Tadasana. And then release the hands down, Samastitihi, pause. Notice what you're feeling. You might be feeling a little bit more vitality moving around through the body. this sense of prana. Feel that more subtle vibration as a result of the dynamic movement. And then from here, coming into a forward fold again on your next exhalation. And just to quiet the mind down, bend the knees, interlace the hands behind the back again. If that's too strong for your shoulders, you can just clasp the wrists or opposite elbows. Take 2 more breaths here, long exhalation, this time focusing on a belly breath. Just to cool the mind down so we don't overstimulate. This is how we work intelligently with the poses, with our breath and with energy. So we really focus on this quieter mind, which is what's going to prepare us for meditation, for a successful meditation where our mind isn't busy. So starting to walk your feet either back or your hands forward, coming into a downward dog position. And then inhale your right leg, extend it up and back behind you. Exhale, hug the knee in towards the chest and step your right foot forward, lower the back knee, coming into a lunge position. So just setting yourself up, you can press your hands up onto your front knee. And then as you inhale, take your arms out wide, shift the hips forward a little and open the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, reach the arms forward and bring the palms together. Do 2 more like that. Inhale, this time lengthening the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, bring the hands together. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, shift the hips forward a little, hinge from the back of the heart. 3, 4, 5, 6. Invite prana in. Exhale, bring the palms together. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, come into that shape. Again, lift the arms out to the side. But this time, drop your right hand down, extend the left hand up, and then just extend and open the chest, leaning back a little, pressing through the front knee. And noticing the breath. And then lean a little lower in towards the bottom hand. So you're coming into a more of a lateral position. Come back up, inhale. Release the hand. Release both hands around the front right foot. And then step your front foot back, coming back to downward dog. You can take a moment here to walk your heels out on the spot if you like. Inhale, extend the left foot up and back behind you. Exhale, hug it in, draw it in towards the nose. And then place that left foot forward, stepping into a lunge position. Right knee lowers to the ground. And then inhale, open the arms wide, lift the chest, lift the back of the heart. Lift the chin a little, but don't crunch the neck. Keep the shoulders soft. Exhale, bring the hands forward, palms connect. Inhale, open, lift the chest, lift the heart. Stay a little longer. And then exhale, bring the palms together. Last round, inhale, counting for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shift the hip forward, open. Exhale, bring the palms together. 2, 3, 4. Nice. Inhale, open the hands now. Drop your left arm down, extend the right arm up. Without overstraining the lower back, lift from the upper part of the chest. Drop the right shoulder down so you're not straining the shoulder there. And then lean a little towards the lower hand and create this sense of a lateral stretch through the right side of the torso. Long, smooth breath, focusing on breath in the chest. Notice where you're holding tension in the body, and can you keep the rest of the body relaxed apart from the body that's active, apart from the part of the body that you're feeling work. Rise back up, release the hands down by the outsides of the front foot, and then step the left foot back, come into downward facing dog, or take a break in child's pose if you need to. So if you're going to stay in downward dog, working with a breath ratio of inhaling for 6, gently holding the breath for 2 seconds, and then exhaling for a count of 4. So when we start to work with the breath retention, we're really just amplifying the effect of prana, the pranic effect on the inhale. It's the opposite on the exhale. So inhaling from the chest for 6. Gently hold the breath, mind to the chest, and then exhale for 4. Take a few rounds of breath like this if you're in downward dog. And then lowering to the knees or coming into a high plank. So knees on the ground option is just a little less work. If you're coming into high plank, you want shoulders over the wrists. If your knees are bent to the ground, just find this kind of line from the shoulders down to the hips. So really we want to just play here with firming the abdominal muscles to release the back, because we've been doing a little bit of back bending. Back muscles have been more active, so engaging the front muscles of the body just help with the balancing of the front and the back of the body. So just lift your buttocks or hips a little off the ground or away from the ground, and just play with rising and lowering the hips a little until you feel the point of that shape where the abs are most toned. Making sure you're not dumping into your shoulders. You want to be pressing the ground away from you and lifting out of the shoulders. Take one more breath here. And then lower your knees to the ground if your knees are off the ground. Lower your belly all the way to the ground and bring your arms forward to create a little platform to support the head. And then just allow everything to soften, relax, breathe. At this point, you might like to bring a blanket or something soft under the hips. So we'll be doing a few back bend poses from our belly. So belly down back bends are a way to back bend without overstimulating the mind. You know, these big wheel poses, big camel pose type back bends really, if our mind is not stable yet, they can create a lot of heat. And often you won't feel that in the moment. It might express later in your day as irritability or agitation, particularly if you live in a hotter climate. So come into a position where your hands are resting by your rib cage. And then inhale, just lift the front of your chest away from the ground. Stay here for your exhale. Stay for your inhale. And then exhale, lower back down, lowering the chest and the forehead to the ground. We're going to add in a breath each time. So inhale, come back up, rise up, shoulders squeeze together. Feel the front of the body opening. Stay for your exhale. Stay for the next inhale. Stay for your exhale. Inhale here. And then lower down. Relax all the muscles of the back of the body. Staying for 3 breaths. This time, inhale, rise up. Stay for the exhale. Stay for the inhale. Exhale. Inhale, see if you can get a little bit more lift. Exhale, last breath, inhale. And then release down, relax the muscles of the back, shoulders, neck, base, buttocks. Last round, 4 breaths. Inhale, rise up. Keep these breaths smooth. Stay for the exhalation. Feeling the breath open upper back, chest region. Long exhale, play with that firming of the belly. Smooth breath in, quiet mind, long, smooth inhalation. Exhale. Inhale, rise a little higher, thinking of the corners of your back squeezing together. Exhale. Last breath in. Make it the most focused breath of this practice. Exhale, come down, soften, release, relax everything. And then either keeping your hands by the ribs or extending them out wide, inhale and lift the chest. Bend the knees so the heels move towards the buttocks. Keep the legs towards each other and then hold yourself here, focusing on your breath. Slow, smooth, refined, steady breath, quiet the mind. Tapping into that sense of vitality that comes from prana, that strengthens our immune system, that revitalizes our senses and allows us to connect to our more subtle senses. Good work. Exhale, release, relax, soften. Take a moment here just to observe, to be, to feel, to sense. And then from here, we'll roll over to the back. Don't hug the knees in just yet. I'm going to work the core for one more moment just to release release the back muscles. So with your hands down by your hips, extend your legs straight up, pressing through the heels, keeping the chin tucked, and then just moving the legs away from the body a little until you feel your core switch on. What you don't want to happen is your lower spine, your lumbar to arch. So make sure you press your lower back down into the ground and then activate all those tiny muscles that run from vertebra to vertebra. This enables us to get really stability in our core, the core of our being. And then bring your awareness to your heart, center of the chest. Breathe from this space. If the body starts to shake, let it happen. Let things be a little intense sometimes. Life gets intense. It's okay to feel intense, but we can meet that intensity with stability, with a focused awareness. Nice, and then release your legs, hug the knees in, soften the back, soften the shoulders, soften the face. Keep your left knee hugged in, release and straighten the right leg. Open the arms out to shoulder height. And then move your left knee across to the right, coming into a twist. Taking the right hand to the top of the outside of the left knee, if you like. Turning to look towards the left hand. And then abdominally breathing, so let go of that focused breath in the chest for now. When we breathe abdominally, it allows us to cool down, no more activation. Let everything be soft, receptive. And just notice that balance between the upper and lower body, left and right. As you next inhale, bring your left knee back to center and then extend it down so both legs are straight. Just take a moment in between sides to pause and to sense and feel. And then hug your right knee in towards you. You can either keep the left hand to the right knee, open the right arm out to the side. Exhale, right knee draws across to the left, guide it with the left hand. Turning the head to the right, looking out to the right hand. Or keep the head centered if that's more comfortable. And just take a moment to find the twist. You can shift your hips under a little. Relax everything and then come back to a soft, smooth abdominal breath. Quieten the breath down, slow the breath down to quieten the mind. And then inhale back to center. This time hug both knees in. Open the knees a little wider here. Reaching through the knees to find your feet or your ankles or somewhere on the outsides of your legs. Reclined Supta Baddha Konasana. Holding the feet. Lengthen the spine, the back of the neck, the sternum. Find this sense of extension through your spine all the way down the vertebra. Just feel the breath flushing the spine. Long breaths. Notice if your mind gets distracted, keep bringing it back to the point of focus, which is your spine and your breath. And then release your feet, either keeping the knees bent. Take your feet a little wider and let your knees fall in together so they have support. Take your arms a little wider than you normally would for Shavasana. With the arms further away from the body, we're feeling this sense of opening across the upper back and chest. If you prefer to have your legs extended, just have your feet a little wider than your hips. Let your feet relax out to the side. If you're comfortable, allow your palms to roll open. Alternatively, if you'd prefer to be a little less open, you can have one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. So just preparing for your Shavasana final relaxation, just take a few breaths, slow, deeper, fuller abdominal breaths. And then feeling where the back of your head is touching the ground, this pivot point that allows the head to gently rock from side to side. See if you can just feel that, not a big movement, just a very gentle turning of the head left to right. Mind is fully aware to this point. This atlas bone, the base of the skull, top of the head. Bring that prana is an energy that nourishes and revitalizes our senses. So from this point, from this center point, see if you can feel light emanating from this point, flooding the brain. This pure white light coming in and nourishing the senses. And if you can't see light, if you're not a visual person, just have an awareness of this point, feeling heightened awareness here. Starting to build this awareness or light more and more to move down through the throat, across the shoulders, down the arms, mind and body, starting to flood with light down the torso, chest, ribs, around the heart and lungs, belly, lower back. This pure light emerging from this point and filling the whole body, hips, thighs, knees, lower legs, ankles, feet. Allow the mind and body to melt into that field of light, of pure awareness. Infinite ocean of light. Resting in pure awareness. And then slowly bringing yourself back to a place of awareness, just feeling the body, noticing your sensory perception, What are you feeling right now? Might just be the contact of the body against the ground. Notice what you're receiving through your ears, sense of sound. Roll your tongue over your teeth, taste. And then just bring your thumb tip to each finger and gently press. A sense of touch, slow movement in the hands. And as you extend your arms up overhead, stretching the body out, maybe hugging the knees in as well. Roll to your side and just allow your eyes to open enough to let a little bit of light in and see what the eyes are receiving, sense of sight. When you're ready, use your hands to support you to come up to a seated position. Grabbing whatever you need in terms of props, pillows, bolsters, so you can sit comfortably, either kneeling or cross-legged, or you're absolutely welcome to sit in a chair if that's more accessible. Really just want to find a place that you can sit for about 10 minutes so your mind doesn't get distracted by the body. So if you know your legs or your spine or your back are going to start to get a little louder after a few minutes of sitting, then please sit in a chair, or you can lean up against the wall. Once you've found your chosen position, just come back to stillness. Soften the shoulders, lengthen the spine, tuck the chin. Feel that sense of connection to the ground. Feel the length of your spine and notice the crown of your head. And then just become aware of your breath. Notice the breath in the chest once more. We'll be working with a fuller breath, now bringing the belly, ribs, chest, collarbone into action. And we'll be playing with a little bit of breath retention. So the inhale and the exhale will be the same length. And then on the second round, we'll bring in a breath retention. So just notice your breath now fuller and deeper as you inhale. Feel the belly rise, followed by the chest, ribs, collarbones. Exhale, let your breath come out naturally. Gentle firming of the belly. Inhale, abdomen, ribs, chest, collarbones. Exhale freely. Inhale, belly, side ribs, chest, collarbones, shoulders stay relaxed, chin stays tucked. Exhale, natural breath out. Inhale, belly expand, ribs flare, chest fills, collarbones rise. Exhale, natural and free. Using the same pattern, inhale now for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale for 6, draw the belly back. 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, chest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, navel draws back. 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 6, belly, ribs, chest, collarbones. Exhale, draw the navel back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more on your own. Keep the body relaxed, mind focused. staying with this ratio now, adding a retention after the inhale. I'll count you through. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath, mind to the heart. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gently hold the breath, mind to the heart, chest. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue on for a few more rounds on your own, allowing the breath to be smooth and rhythmic, bringing all the components in that we've been practicing. When you're in the retention, allow the body to be very relaxed, mind very focused, center of the chest, shoulders relaxed. And then let this be your last round. Drop the regulation. Take a moment just to allow your breath to come back to its very quiet rhythm. And then we'll be working with a Kriya meditation, Kriya being an active meditation. The Himalayan yogis knew that our minds find it very hard just to sit and meditate without any focus. So they created these beautiful active meditations to really help us enhance our perception and our awareness. So this particular Kriya is a variation of the Prana Vayu Kriya, which is intended to nourish the senses. So just noticing your pranic gates, or the organs of perception that receive sensory information. So you focus on your eyes, your nose, mouth, ears, and the hands. And then bring your awareness to the center of your forehead. Move your focus a little further back to the center of your brain. And as you inhale, see, sense, or feel this light prana building and generating deep in the center of the brain. As you exhale, move this light out the pranic gates, eyes, nose, mouth, ears, hands. Inhale, awareness back to the center of the brain. See, sense, or feel this light generating pranic energy, more subtle energy. Exhale, awareness to the 5 gates. This vitality and energy is moving out, nourishing the 5 gates. See, sense, or feel that light generate, amplify deep in the brain. This pulsation of prana, moving it out through the 5 gates. 2 or 3 more rounds like this. And then reversing, so as you inhale, be aware of prana moving in through the senses, eyes, nose, ears, mouth, hands, nourishment receiving through the senses into the body. And as you exhale, flush the whole body with light, flooding the body with prana. Inhale, bringing prana in, the ability to take prana in through the senses, nourishment, vitality. Exhale, feel that flood, fill, nourish, bathe the body, cells, organs, tissues with this healing light. Inhale through the 5 pranic gates, eyes, nose, mouth, ears, hands. Revitalizing the senses with prana. As you exhale, allow that to flood and fill the whole body. Connecting to the subtle senses, subtle awareness. Take a few more rounds like this. And then let go of the focus. Bring your awareness back up to the center of the brain. From there, feel the whole body. And just allow yourself to rest here in prana. Stay here as long as you like. It's been an absolute joy practicing with you today. Namaste.